Happy New Year, everybody. It's Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for clicking in. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. You are seeing my face, which means it must be a Chatting with Carrie video, New Year's edition. This is now 2025. I am filming this on January the 2nd. And so I'm here to, we'll talk a little bit about 2024 and what happened through that year, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what's coming up in 2025. First, I'm going to give you a disclaimer. I will be talking, about God and biblical things and stuff like that. So if that's not your cup of tea, go ahead and click out of this video, and I will see you in one of my crafting videos. Also, I will be talking about your last year single program, which I did discuss in another video. So I will be mentioning that again, and I will have the link again in the description. And yes, I am an affiliate. So should that link be clicked, I do make a little bit of money. That being said, let's get into it. So before I filmed this, I actually went back and watched my Chatting with Carrie video I did for when we got into 2024, and I was quite down. I could see in that video I was quite down. I was very down. And talked a lot about things that didn't happen in 2023. And the one thing that didn't happen in 2023, which was me finding, my kingdom spouse, having children, also did not happen in 2024. But that is okay. So we'll get to that in a minute. But I did notice that there was a difference. And I know that when I came into 2024, I was a mess. And I had cried my way into the new year. And this year, though there were some tears, I didn't cry my way into the new year. In fact, I think the tears pretty much stopped day after Christmas. I just had a few. I cried significantly less tears in 2024 than I did in 2023. So that's good. We're decreasing as the years go. So that's good. That means we're improving. 2023, I mentioned in that last video, I had gone through the midlife crisis. And I think I was now out of that crisis coming into 2024, and I was going through a healing process. So 2024, my goodness, it was actually, despite having a few bumps in the road, it was a really good year. In 2024, I don't know what year we're in. Last year, in 2024, I started off the year, I think, in distress. When I got to February, that was when I joined your last year single program. It was when I made a decision to join that program that is run by a woman named Jackie Dorman. I'll link my other video so you can go back and hear that entire story of how I found her and everything, because I don't know if I really want to go back over that. But that program changed my life. Getting into that program, doing the heart work, working on my heart and cleaning up the mess and tending to wounds and traumas and things that I hadn't been healed from, was a big deal, and it changed me. I'm definitely, if you go back and watch my previous video from the beginning of 2024 and then watch this one, I'm pretty sure you'll see a significant difference in my demeanor alone. I don't look any different, and I didn't lose a dramatic amount of weight, unfortunately, but there's definitely a difference as far as my demeanor, my emotional state, and I'm quite happy. I'm very, very happy. So started that program, and I want to talk about it because, again, like I said, it changed my life. And so if there are people out there watching this video, whether you're a guy or a girl, and you are also waiting on a kingdom spouse and wondering why God is passing you over, why hasn't it happened? What are you doing wrong? What are you not doing? This program could be for you, and it might answer those questions for you. So I'm going to leave that link. It is not a free program, but she will, I believe, have a free challenge session that she'll do where she'll have three videos. It's 3 days long, and that way you'll get kind of an idea of what you're to expect, and you'll get to see who Jackie Dorman is via Zoom, because it's a Zoom video, and it is live. I do believe these videos are live. I believe so. If not, I will double check that, and I will just drop a message on my channel to let you know. or I'll have it in the description because by the time I upload this, I'll probably know. But it's a game changer, and that program is more than just. It's not a how to get a man program. It's a how to fix yourself. It's how to become the spouse you want to be, that you want to bring into a marriage. So I highly recommend this program. And it's sort of strangling me. Color is small on this. Anyway, so that happened in February. Joined that program, and I'm still in it. And this coming February, I'll have been in it for 1 year. Because I started the program, I think, the week after Valentine's Day last year. So, and lots of fantastic things have happened this year. You know, I joined this program, and I went to New York in October, which was fantastic. My first solo trip ever, and I went to New York City and saw all kinds of things and had a great time. And I do intend on doing a video with a scrapbook with photos and things that I just haven't had a chance to print the photos off. I went back to school, which is something I did not see coming, but I'm very glad. And I finished my first semester at the middle of December. And I passed my first class, but it was not an academic class so much as it was like a preparation class for like the future of the academic classes you're going to have. And I got a good grade in that. The English class, which was the most trying and difficult class, which also there were a lot of tears shed trying to struggle through this class, which is an English class, I managed to pass the class with a B-. I'm not entirely sure how I did that, but I did it. I really wanted to give up several times, but didn't, and I stuck with it. Much like a lot of things in my life, I always have that want to give up, but then I stick with it. And I will be starting my second semester next week on the 13th. I'm not sure if that's next week or the week after. So I'm excited for that. There will be no English classes in this semester, so I'm glad for that. I will have another English class I have to take for the program, but it'll not be this coming semester, so I'll get a break from that. And so I'm excited for that. And I became a core leader for the Life Teen Edge youth group at my church, which I absolutely love, and went on retreat with the youth, and I'm really enjoying that. I love working with the kids. They're all wonderful. And what else did I do this year? Earlier in the summer, I did vacation Bible camp and worked with the smaller kids, which was great. So I did a lot of really great things and made a lot of progress in myself. But obviously going to New York and going back to school were like the biggest two things I did. And I am dying, you guys, to go back to New York. I liked it. I want to go again, but Carrie has no money. So that is the other thing that's happening this year. Is Carrie, I am going on a budget. I did my best to budget throughout last. Obviously I budgeted quite well when I was not working, but this past year I got a job. I think in my last chatting with me, the one I did at the beginning of the year, I talked about going into working back in the pharmacy, and that ended up being a huge mistake. So I did get a job. I got hired at a Walgreens, and it ended up being, I didn't even actually get to the point of being in the pharmacy and doing the pharmacy technician work. And it was a mess just trying to get trained. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going back down that same rabbit hole. If I'm already struggling just to get trained, what's going to happen once I get into the pharmacy? And I don't need that stress again. I worked too hard to get out of that and to heal from the burnout. And we're not doing this again. So I quit. And truthfully, when I went into that, the only reason why I was doing it was because I knew I would get, one, I knew I'd get hired because I had the experience. And two, I knew I would get substantial pay even if I was working part-time. And I knew that was something that my dad liked, the fact that I was a tech and would, pharmacy tech, and would have wanted me to go back into it. But it didn't work out. So I ended up getting a job at Sprouts, which is it's called Sprouts Farmers Market, which is a grocery store. Kind of like Whole Foods, somewhere between Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, if any of you know what that is. And I love it there. And I've now been there 8 months. And it was actually what I wanted. I wanted just a simple job in a grocery store as a cashier to work part-time while I focused on things that were, my dreams, like this channel and my crafting business. And going back to school became the next big thing that I wanted to be able to have time to do. And I have a feeling if I had stayed working in the pharmacy, I would not have gone back to school because I would have not had the bandwidth, the energy, or any of that stuff to do it, because working in a pharmacy just drains the life out of you. So I'm glad I didn't do that. So now I'm working and working on the channel. So I am only part-time, so I don't make a lot of money. And so I tried to budget throughout 2024, but, it got difficult. And so now that we're coming into 2025, and I have just paid for my second semester, I need to start budgeting because I need to be able to put money aside for future semesters, or that's it. we're going to do just 2 semesters and we'll be done. So I'm putting myself on a budget. And when I was going through the idea of doing this budget, I came up with the idea of doing a craft challenge, or challenging myself. And at first, I was going to do this, for a year. I was going to say, okay, for 2025, we will not buy any craft supplies of any kind throughout this year. And then I came to my senses and realized there's no way I'm going to accomplish that as a crafter. So we decided that for the first 6 months, so from the beginning of this month to July, which my birthday is in July, so I figured to my birthday, which is on the 26th of July, I will not buy anything new. No craft supplies, nothing from Michael's, nothing from Joann's, nothing from the Dollar Tree, nothing from anywhere. I have to use what I have behind me, because the truth is I have a lot behind me that I'm not using. I buy this stuff throughout the year and I stockpile it for these future crafts that never get made. So now we're going to go through this. So you might see some interesting stuff come of this as I'm trying to use up things like paper scraps and old beads. And I keep buying those prayer cards, those boxes of prayer cards from Dollar Tree. I have like 5 or 6 packs now. So I need to figure out what to do with that. I also have some of those inspirational notebooks, like one's prayer and one's like thankfulness. So I want to try to figure out what to do with those. Otherwise, they're going to have to be moved on. I'm going to have to donate them or do something with them because they can't just sit here and collect dust in my room. And so that's going to be the challenge there, is to not buy any craft supplies for the next 6 months. So wish me luck. I'll keep you updated as I go, because I will continue the channel. And in fact, when I was watching my last year's New Year chatting with Carrie, I was talking about how I had something like 200 and something subscribers. Well, I was able to look when I went on this morning to watch that video and saw that I have 598 subscribers right now. So that's quite a jump through the year, and it's unbelievable that it kept going up even after I had to drop down to 1 video a month. And I know my last video in December was really long, and I'm sorry you guys, but I was trying to condense down the 3 different craft ideas I had for Christmas all into 1 video. And so I'm sorry if it was really, really long. So, you can watch in increments if you want. You can fast forward to where you think is the best craft and not watch any of it. It's fine. I get it. It's like almost an hour long. So, but hopefully that might change this year. So going forward into 2025, I said I'll be on a budget. So we will be not buying any crafting supplies for the next 6 months to try and help the budget. So we will be coming up with some creative stuff to do with what we already own. Also, some things that are coming up that are going to be exciting, I think, for the channel. I am starting another semester of school on the 13th. And once I see what these classes are like, what's going to be asked from me, what the workload looks like, I may be able to go back to either doing, a couple small videos, in the month, rather than one large video that nobody really wants to watch. Because it's just too long. So let's hope for that. Let's hope I can get 2 smaller ones in, because I think that would be better to break them up into 2 smaller ones a month rather than that one ginormous one a month. So there's that. The other thing is my brother, the same one who gave me the overhead recording camera tripod thing, is dying to edit my videos. He has mentioned to my sister that he doesn't understand why I don't give him my videos to edit, because he's got all the fancy bells and whistles and stuff to do so. And it's not because I don't trust him, it's because I'm really picky. Okay, maybe it's a little bit because I don't trust him. I'm a little bit picky, and I want to make sure that he edits it the way I like it. And he and I live in 2 different states. I'm here in California, he is up in Oregon. So I can't stand over his shoulder and watch what he's doing. So that's why. So he won't be editing any of the chatting with Carrie videos. There's no point in that. But I will be contacting him. I meant to do that before I recorded this, but that didn't happen because I forgot. But I will be contacting him and asking how we go forward with this. So I may not be editing my own videos, or at least not all of my own videos. I may be sending them up to him and having him edit them. So you might be seeing some better, well-edited videos than what you were seeing before, which may be good. It may take down the time, if he figures out how to make things work. It might make things look better. He does, I guess he was telling my sister he wants me to try and film in different angles. Now, as much as I would love to have a setup where I have like 3 cameras around my desk, you can see 3 different angles or even 2 different angles of me crafting, it's not feasible in this room. Okay, I do have the larger room of the house, but it's split in 2, right? I have one half of the room is basically my bedroom where I sleep and I live, and where my TV is and clothes, and the other half is the half you see on screen right now, which is my craft side, which is my office and my business area, and it's not really big, and I need to be able to move around and get stuff. And I don't have, my desk isn't in an open space where all the sides of my desk are open. I have 2 sides, the side here and the side right here, which is where you can't see, but my camera's here on the side. And then the front of my desk is here. So I could have another camera going over or in front, kind of seeing that from that way. But then the question comes to having 2 cameras. Well, we may play around with that a bit, see how that goes, because I do now, in fact, have 2 cameras. I don't have a camera, but I have the phone, which I'm recording on now, and I got myself a tablet. I splurged before the year turned over, and I had to go on a budget and got myself a new tablet. It's not a fancy one. It's probably it's a budget, cheapest one money could buy one, and it has a camera. So I thought I could set that up to be on the front, kind of be forward at what I'm doing, and then have the overhead over the top, and we'll see how that goes. Now, this is not something you'll probably see right away in January. You may not even see it in February's videos, but it will be coming. So there's that. So definitely some improvements to the channel, which I think are going to be good. And I'm kind of curious to see what the editing looks like after my brother does it, because my editing software has been giving me all kinds of issues lately. So it might be a good idea to have him do that. So I'll keep you updated on that. And I can't think of anything else coming up that is going to affect the channel, or that is something that I think you need to know. So that's about it. Lots of great things coming up. A lot better start to the new year than last year. And very happy and very excited, looking forward to things in the new year. I had an interesting experience at my store, which I think was the Lord confirming to me that this is my year. So maybe next year when I'm sitting in front of this camera doing this video, you won't see this. It'll be a completely different space with a completely different setup, because I won't be in this house. I'll be married in another house with my husband. So cross your fingers if you don't pray. If you pray, pray. So for that. But I had a woman in my store that came and blessed me, and she was a customer that I rang up, and it was New Year's Eve in the morning. I was at work, and she gave me this blessing, and she talked about, me having a husband and me having kids, and there were just, I'm not going to go into detail about that, but there were things that she said that there was no way she would have known this. And I didn't give her enough information for her to figure that out, So it was quite exciting, and I do feel that was a confirmation from the Lord that that the 3 major things that I've been praying for years and years are going to come to fruition during this year, or by the end of this year, or even maybe the start of next year. Who knows? So there's that. If you made it all the way through the end of this video, thank you. I didn't make my spiel about your last year single too long. So like I said, I will put that link in the description. I will link the video for my last year's New Year's chatting with Carrie. I will try to get some information for you on her next, Jackie Dorman's next challenge, for those of you who are interested. And again, it's a fantastic program, and it's well worth it. And there is a men's program. It's called 1822. I'm not sure how to go about getting information for that. But I think if you go online to her site, you might be able to find some information on it. Like I said, she's Jackie Dorman. You can Google her. She comes up. And you will be in a group of people, of women, if you're a woman, women who are in the same boat as you. And if you're a man, you'll be in a group with men who are in the same boat as you. And it's just this great support group of everyone that's, supports everyone else during this time of waiting. Though I feel like I am leaving the time of waiting, and I'm heading into a time of preparation. Because, as of usual, at this time of year, my room is a mess. And, well, my desk is a mess. And I have gotten into this, like, I just need to purge. I've been collecting boxes because I feel like I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of stuff. Like, there's just things where I feel like the Lord is really telling me you need to decide what you're taking into the next phase of your life, which would be marriage, and what you're not. What should come and what should go. So there's that. Again, thank you for staying to the end of the video. I will end it here because you're probably tired of hearing me talk. So if you liked this, give it a thumbs up. I normally do crafting videos, so you won't always see my face. You will see mostly my hands. And so they'll probably be a lot more exciting watching me make stuff than hearing me talk. But if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to come back and see more, or you're curious about the crafting videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. And I want everyone to have a happy new year. I hope you had a happy new year. I hope you had a great Christmas. And I pray going forward that everyone watching, whether you're a subscriber or not, that this is your year and all the things you're hoping for come into fruition. And just remember, I am just me, crafting for mental health, helping myself and others, one DIY at a time. Happy New Year, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.